Welcome everyone, this is Ricardo, and I want to speak on schooling. Now, I'd like to actually get more in depth with it sometime later on down the line. I'd like to speak a little bit on how Paul was to Timothy. You see, a lot of times we need a mentor. When it comes to life, just understand that your mentor had a mentor who also had a mentor. And it keeps on going down the line. Whatever we have learned came from somebody who got it from somebody else who got it from somebody else. It's just like the story of when a grandmother was making a turkey and had to cut the size of the turkey. Now, you might be a young girl who looks at the mother and saying, "Mother, why are you cutting the turkey?" Well, my mother actually cut the turkey on the sides because, that's the way that we do it for tradition. So that's the reason why I cut the size of the turkey. So I could put it in there and make it fit, and I could place it inside the oven, and now we have our turkey. Oh, okay. Then the other mother goes to the other mother and asks her the question. You know what? I always wondered, because my daughter asked me, "Why do you cut the size of the turkey?" And then she'll say, "Well, because my mother actually told me to go and cut the size of the turkey. So because I saw her do it, that's the reason why I'm doing it, because it's tradition." I thought I told you about that a while back. Yeah, I know, but I wanted to know, because for my daughter to ask me, I just want the answer. Oh, okay. I mean, don't you kind of question why she actually did it? Yeah, maybe I do need to ask her. Then, okay, that little girl that asked the mother, who asked the mother, that was her grandmother. The great-grandmother's in the picture, still living, and now the grandmother is talking to the great-grandmother, basically her mom, and saying, "You know what, Mom? I had my granddaughter who asked my daughter, 'Why do you cut the size of the turkey?' That's a good question. So, why? Why did we cut the size of the turkey? Because it was hard to fit this thing inside the pan, inside the, inside the pot, or inside the pan. That's the reason why I had to cut the size of the turkey." So you mean to tell me this whole time, you had a small pot, you had to cut the size of the turkey? I thought it was a tradition thing. No. Actually, it was a learning process for me itself to try to learn how to cook a turkey without having to get something bigger. Okay. See, things get passed down from generation to generation to generation. And the same thing for schooling. Sometimes you get knowledge from somebody else who got it from somebody else who got it from somebody else. Now, see, Paul, who said, "Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ," he wanted to make sure he displayed that example to other disciples who were under him. Timothy just happened to be another person. So Timothy, also taking the example of Paul, took the example of Jesus Christ, the ultimate originator of whatever walk we needed to take. And so there are so many who take the same walk, but that originated walk comes from Jesus Christ. Same way that we see our parents do certain things because we think it's tradition. In reality, it's because they had a choice to do it this way, or they couldn't do it that way because, certain things that they had at that timing caused them to do that. So you mean that I don't need to have 3 or 4 different type of sheets itself for me to roll the sail? No, you don't have to have 3 or 4. That was because I wanted to design the sail to look the way I wanted it to look. You really only need one huge one. Really? Oh, tradition-wise, you're looking at how your parents or your great-grandparents had done something, not realizing why they did it. What it takes for us to do when it comes to schooling, we have to see and examine what the ultimate originator did and why they did it. What was the intentions? Schooling, it's such a huge and broad subject, but because I'm speaking about the beginning of schooling, every single person needed a mentor, and that's the reason why they're where they're at right now. And later on down the line, from you learning and having your experience, you can also become a mentor. Schooling is very, very important. And also being a mentor to other people. That is as important as another person mentoring you. You want to make sure that you're able to study to show yourself approved. Because once you show yourself approved, you can then help somebody else become approved of the studies that you've done. So when it comes to the word, take the time out. Do schooling. Make schooling a priority. because it's better to have the knowledge and wisdom and understanding than to have silver or to have gold. And I spoke about that a while back. But schooling can be something that every single day it is done. It is a process for every single day. And you can never stop learning. But once you stop learning, that means you start dying. When you stop growing, you start dying. So think about that. I want to end with that. Again, my name is Ricardo. Know that God loves you and that I love you. You all take care and God bless.